Oh, I have bad news, and I do not like to start videos off with bad news, but today I got bad news. I don't have a cup of tea for you today. I am nearly out of this chai organic Roboys tea, but next time I upload a video, we will have a cup of tea together. I promise. But bless up, everybody. You don't know, I am Heinz. If you are new here today in hindsight, I wanted to talk about a little bit quickly today. We'll make today like a quick video. I wanted to talk about doubts and how I manage my personal doubts about self, doubts about the future, because let's be honest, we all have doubts, you understand? We all have negative thoughts about ourselves, and at times this can break us. I think it's very important that we normalize a little bit the fact that we do doubt ourselves. You know, society puts a lot of emphasis and praise on the most confident individuals. But even the strongest, most confident individuals have gone through doubts about themselves, and we don't get to see that part of the process. So normalizing the fact that every single one of us has doubts about ourselves in the present moment, doubts about our future. And that's okay, my friend. Just because you doubt yourself doesn't mean you aren't enough. Just because you doubt yourself doesn't mean you are not great. You understand? There is greatness, there is a divinity, there is a lot placed within us. And I look at doubts like an opportunity at times. I've talked about this before, but I like to talk about things over and over because repetition is key. And we will talk about that in a bit. But I like to look at a doubt like an opportunity. Like it's almost my bigger brother trying to spar with me, trying to make sure that I affirm to myself, my positive mind. So if a doubt is telling me I can't do something, I am not enough, that is an opportunity for me to believe in myself. It is an opportunity for myself to be like, no, I am strong. I can do this, right? Reaffirming our positive affirmations, even though we are having the doubts, is the balance we need, is the positivity we need to our own negativity. You understand? Look at it like resistance training. When you're in the gym and you're working out, you work out to the point you almost break your muscles, right? To the point where you're adding so much resistance, you have nothing left to do but grow. So I look at my personal doubts like that when I am experiencing this is a form of resistance training for my mental mind, for my emotions, for my spirit. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if we fall victim to it and allow it to consume us to the point we completely believe it and don't do nothing about our situation or the scenario or the environment that we are in. Because my friend, you have what it takes to shape your environment. You have what it takes to shift from the place you are in right now to whatever place you're going. But it is a process. And when we have doubts about ourselves, to believe in ourselves, that's a process as well, right? So just because we have a negative doubt about ourselves, that's not our final form, right? That's not who you are. That's not who we are. We aren't our doubts. We may experience doubts. We may have doubts because of failures, or we may have doubts because other people place those ideas on top of us, right? We may have grown up with someone telling us we can't do something, with someone putting their insecurities on us, and over time we just wore their insecurities. We wore their doubts, and it became our new norm. So reprogramming how we think is key. And I realize reprogramming our negative mind to a more positive mind is through repetition. The subconscious gets programmed through repetition. When we are very negative, we are negative because we are repetitive with our negative self. We are repetitive with our personal doubts. So to flip the switch, we become repetitive with our positive affirmations. You understand? I constantly tell myself, your presence has purpose. If I'm in a space questioning my purpose, I remind myself, your presence has purpose. If I'm questioning my creativity, I tell myself, you are creative. You understand? You may be feeling uncreative right now. You may be having doubts about your artistic value, but this is a part of the process. My friend, everything is a process. That's very key to understand. Peace is a process, right? The bad relationship you went through is a part of the process in you finding your peace. So when you have negative doubts about yourself, That's a part of the process to you developing a stronger version of yourself because you understand the contrast. You've been on both ends of the coin. When we are very negative, there comes a point where we just have to become tired of being negative. There's nothing else to do but to rise up. And my friend, today we can rise up. You understand? We can rise up through our positive affirmations, through not demonizing ourselves for having a negative thought. It's okay to have a negative thought. You understand? I have tons of negative thoughts or personal doubts. It's where my positivity actually comes from. It's because I'm constantly challenging my emotions. I'm constantly challenging my energy and growing. So if I experience a personal doubt, I'll look at the root. Where did this come from? Is this a limiting belief of my own? Is it somebody else's? Is it a limiting belief because of a lack of knowledge or skill I have? Understanding the root of our doubts about ourselves are very important. Once we understand the root or have a little bit of a clue of what the root is, then we can start to unravel that doubt and realize, oh, this doubt isn't that bad. It's actually here to serve me, you understand? Again, it's a part of the process in you becoming your best version of yourself. So my personal doubts to me are a form of resistance in training my mind, training the spirit. So I don't freak out about my doubts. I observe them. I say, oh, I am experiencing doubt right now. But just because I am experiencing doubt right now doesn't mean I am not capable. I am more than capable, you understand? We are more than capable. You are more than capable to do whatever you need to do. It may take practice, it may take hard work, you understand? It may take a whole lot of positive affirmations. If I have a negative doubt, I will grab my notebook and I will literally write the contrast to that negative doubt. So if you tell yourself, I'm not beautiful, I will go and I'll write, I am beautiful, I am love. And I will write it till the point I become tired. My hand is tired. You understand? Reprogramming the subconscious, regaining our balance. You understand? We don't always have to be way up here, but we don't want to be down here as well. I always say it's just better to be centered, you understand? So we're not riding this emotional roller coaster. You know how some weeks you have like a really good week and you're riding that high? And then the next week it's this, and then you're on a low, and then you experience such a low because you're on such a high. I say it's almost better just to be in a space of observing. So when you are experiencing, greatness and confidence, it's like, cool, that's amazing. When you are in a lower state or a lower vibration, it's like, cool. You understand? Just observing both states, not overreacting to everything that's going on in our mind, because everything going on in our mind isn't actually fact. Some thoughts are just passing by. We don't have to react to every thought. And I know that sounds easier said than done, but meditation truly does help with that. Because when you meditate, you get exposed to all these thoughts, right? You try to silence your mind, and next thing you know, thoughts just come in. So that's why to me, my meditation, my breath work, my qigong is very key for just getting to know my thoughts and observing our thoughts, right? Because when you observe your thoughts, you realize you are not all your thoughts, you understand? And then when you're able to preserve the thoughts you want, you can preserve those and channel those into your actions. And then that turns into your character. And then that turns into things you actually manifest in this world. And the next thing you know, you took a negative doubt, transformed it into a positive thought, transformed it into your actions, and then created a positive life for yourself, all through transmutation, all through the belief in yourself. It's truly a beautiful thing when we're able to do that. But again, it's a process. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. It's okay. It's okay to have a negative day. Who said a negative day is bad? It's interesting, like when it rains, I say this all the time, but I love repetition. When it rains, we will say, hey, it's bad weather. But the rain is necessary for all of nature and life. It nourishes the world. So the rain is necessary. Sometimes we have a negative day or a low vibration day, but that is actually necessary. It's a part of our process. You understand? Some of the most beautiful times in my life, I realized, were actually the times that were quote unquote, a little bit darker, offering the contrast to the light. You understand? Just a step in the process to cultivating that peace. Because my friend, even if you don't feel peace right now in this moment, and I hope you do, because me and you are vibing out, we're friends. I got tea. I'm gonna make sure you have tea. Maybe you already have your tea. I know. I'm just like a good host. I like to offer tea, but maybe you already have your tea right now. But we are creating peace with us right now. You understand? I can feel you. You may be able to feel me. We are creating peace. This is a part of the process in creating our positive mind, in creating a more positive version of ourselves. But realize repetition is key. Observing a negative thought and then being repetitive with a positive affirmation. I am capable. I can do this. Even though I don't know how to do this, I can do this. Even though I failed, I understand I am failing forward. You understand? The more we affirm to ourselves, the more we will get closer to believing and feeling. You understand? Words are powerful. You know words are powerful because when you are negative, it hurts. You know words are powerful because when you are beating yourself up, it hurts, right? It lowers our self-esteem. So flip that coin. Our words can have the same effect, but on an uprise. We can rise up, you understand? Like we are having a revolution within ourselves when we challenge that negative thought. And again, it could be there just to play with you, just to spar with you, just to make sure you're on your toes. That's how I look at it. I'm like, oh, you wanna spar right now? You want me to do some push-ups with you? Like you wanna go? Oh, we must be growing. You understand? We are growing through whatever we are going through. Ooh, I like that one. I'm not even gonna take credit for that one. I've seen that one somewhere. But we are growing through whatever we are going through. I love that. You are growing through whatever you are going through. I love that. Yeah, you understand? I wanted to talk a little bit about how I look at a negative thought. I don't think it's that bad of a thing. You understand? It only becomes weighted when we get too off balance, but we can bring it back up through observing, through our positive affirmations, through being repetitive. You understand? And everything truly is just a shift in perspective. So try looking at the negative circumstances in your life with a shift. Ask yourself, how can this serve me? Anything negative that happens in my life, I ask myself, how can this serve me? Because I will turn everything I go through into a learning lesson. Because that's what life is doing us. It's teaching us, right? It's not punishing us. It's not doing something to us. It's doing something for us, which is beautiful. And when you embody that, then you embody all of life's beauty, good or bad. But then you realize it's not really good or bad. It just is. It's just the way. You understand? So you don't know in hindsight everything gonna be all right. It's a vibe thing. Man, I'm so excited just to create more. We're gonna get some more videos in, different kind of videos. But sometimes I just want to sit down and do the works real quick. So thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, do all that. And yeah, it was a blessing.